I'm going to call to order this meeting at 11:08. 11:08. Welcome everyone. Bienvenidos. Gracias a todos por estar aquí. Thank you. As you know, or you are noticing, today we have a collaborative meeting. We are collaborating with Title I and PTA. Estamos colaborando el día de hoy con Título 1 y el PTA. And we thank you for being here. Les agradecemos por estar aquí. So we're going to start with the prayer. Mr. Getwood is going to guide us with the prayer and the pledges.
Good morning, each and every one of you. Such a blessing to see each and every one of you here this morning. We ask for a moment of silence and prayer. Gracious Father in heaven, I come to you with humble heart, clear mind, Father in heaven. Thank you so much for this day, Father in heaven. Thank you for blessing each and every one of us with traveling grace that we got here, Father in heaven, safely, Father in heaven. We just thank you, Father, so much, Father in heaven, for watching over as we rest last night. Thank you for protecting our families that are far and near, Father in heaven. We just ask your name to bless this meeting, Father in heaven, to be a successful and happy and joyous meeting, Father in heaven. Amen. Father in heaven, we thank you for the meal that has been prepared, the hands that prepared the meal, and for the nourishment of my body, the resource that made it possible. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. We will now have the pledge. Would you please stand? I pledge allegiance to the flag of America, the United States of America, Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, in a liberty, indivisible, with justice for all. The Texas flag, Texas allegiance to Texas, one faith, one God. Amen. We will now have the national anthem. Please remain standing for the national anthem, please. Now, I'm not going to lead you in song on that one there. We're going to do this in unison, please. Okay.
Thank you. So we're going to continue with the Title I presentation. Ms. Rhonda Calcott, please give her a round of applause. She's going to lead us.
Good morning. I'm Rhonda Calcott. Let me see if I don't have it. So, Mrs. Sellers, you might have to say my part. I'm Rhonda Calcott. I'm the District Parent and Family Engagement Coordinator, and I'm delighted to have each one of you here this morning for our meeting. And I have the pleasure of introducing, I always say, the hardest working superintendent in all of Southeast Texas. How about all of Texas, period? Dr. Mark Portery. But before he comes up here, I just want to add something that he doesn't even know I'm doing. But I just have to add this little piece in. It really feels good because as I travel to different conferences all over Texas, it feels really good when I'm sitting somewhere having dinner and a person who I didn't even know asked me which district I'm from, and I told her Port Arthur. And she said, "Oh, I absolutely love your superintendent." So I have to let you know that. I hadn't told you that yet. And it didn't just happen there. It also happened when I came back home, and some of those people are actually in the room today. So it's not like I'm making it up. And they said the exact same thing about how hard Dr. Portery works and how he has a vision for the students of Port Arthur ISD. So without any further ado, I would like to welcome our superintendent of schools, the hardest working superintendent, Dr. Mark Portery.
Well, good morning to all of you. It is good to see you here this morning. It's a great morning. It's cool outside. It's just wonderful to be here, and it's Tuesday, and we're going to do something a little different. We're going to try to do something a little different this morning. We're going to use a translation method where you will be able to read on the screen as I talk. It will be in Spanish and in English, so it'll be both. So that means I'm going to speak slower so everything can be translated, and we'll see how that works because I am a fast talker. So when I get to talking, I can really talk quickly, but we'll see how it works. Let's see. So here we go with that. Well, first of all, as I said, good morning to everyone, and I am glad that you're here. It is great that you're here, and thank you for allowing us to teach your children to our parents this morning. Yes, let's give parents a big hand. This morning we have some parents. I want it to be an interactive conversation. It's not going to be a delivery. I'm sure you have questions that we will be able to answer, and we have all of the people here that can answer those questions for you. We have Dr. Gentwood, who is Assistant Superintendent for programs. We have Dr. Charisma Papillon, who's here, that's Assistant Superintendent for School Leadership. And today is her 16th birthday. Celebrating. We also have our Communications Director, is Adrian Lott, who's if you need a job, if you're looking for employment, Erica Seastrong is here. For our curriculum and instruction, we had, I know she's here somewhere, Dr. Tatiana Owen. We have our directors, Ms. Naomi Knowlton for Migrant Bilingual Education. We also have Ms. Tina Young, Special Education. We have principals who are here today. We have our curriculum supervisors who are here. We have our counselors here. We have people from the business office that are here. So don't ask me. Everyone is here. If you have a question, someone will be able to answer your question today. But now first, before we move forward, most important, what about those Titans? Our Titans are 10-0. 10-0. Now, in the 23-year of Memorial's history, we've never been 10. We've been 9-1, but we've never been 10-0. So we broke that record for this year. That's a great thing. So and you know what? This group of kids, they're so great. They're wonderful. They really are. They're a good group of kids. So we're just expecting to go all the way. But it's important that we take one game at a time. One game at a time. This week is a bye week, so they're off. Next week we start playoffs, and of course they're going to do it right here because it's in so that's a good thing. And it's a good thing for us because when our teams are winning, our students do well. Their behavior is good too because they want to go to the games. If they know if they're suspended, they can't go to the game. They're out. So that's a good thing. So everything is working well. We do have our business partners, representatives of our businesses in Port Arthur. We have Motiva, that's in the house, Miss Renisha Roberts. Like to say anything? She's good. So, and then we do have Kevin Pearson, and he's brought his team from the YMCA. So, everything on the stage.
You do your thing. I'm here.
No one wants to say anything. Now, come on now. They help Wide Read, and he said he was going to say something. There's a committee that there are no parents that are on. So
Okay, I will. I'll take the mic just for a second. Just to let y'all know, a couple things. YMCA, we love our partnership with the school district. We provide after school at the YMCA, and the school district transports the children to the YMCA. With thanks to a grant that we received from Port Arthur LNG, we also offer after school at the YMCA. So kids that are enrolled can even do swimming lessons and sports as part of their after school programming. So that's thanks to Port Arthur LNG. We also do the youth and government program. We have had tremendous participation from this district. Some wonderful kids have gone on to great success in Austin and beyond. And the Y Reads program at Sam Houston Elementary, we'll be expanding that to the YMCA as well this semester. So a lot of things going along. But I said I want to say something about the district, and that's this. I'm on the School Health Advisory Committee, the SHAC. Every school district in the state of Texas must have a SHAC. We need parents to participate in that. So afterwards, if you're interested in participating and learning a little bit more about what the school does for our children's health, everything from nutrition to physical activity, I'm happy to help field some stuff. I'm trying to build up the SHAC. We need to have more parents engaged in it. Thank you all.
great. Thank you. Okay, next. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening in the schools, and let me thank our parents, and I'll ask parents for questions. I'll have questions for you. You'll have questions for me. But thank you for the first thing, and that is House Bill 1481. What is 1481? Cell phones. No phones. Cell phones. Yes, so thank you for House Bill 1481 and your participation. I'm going to tell you, it was really, I'm not going to say surprising, but it was so refreshing on the first day of school. When we toured the schools, we did not see one cell phone. The students really went in the direction of following the rules, and they did well. And they're still doing well. Now, I haven't heard anything. There may be some things happening at the schools, and the principals are not telling me, and that's fine. I don't want to know. But right now, I'm telling you, our kids are doing so well without the cell phones. And why? Because they're able to communicate with one another. They're not on the phones, looking at movies or texting their friends. They are talking. They're communicating. Teachers are able to teach, and students are able to pay attention without the phone. So that has helped us tremendously. So thank you for supporting that. Now, what we did, House Bill 1481 states that we could have banned the phone from the district, totally. But what we thought about, we understand there are parents that follow their children to school when they're driving. Some kids, we have walkers, and parents are following them on the phone. Kids drive, they're on the bus. Parents follow their kids as they're on the bus. And we didn't want to take that from our parents, so we said we're going to work with it this year to see how it's working. And it's working well. It's working really well. So we're going to continue as long as it's working well, and our students are not taking advantage of the opportunity of them at least having the phone in their pockets, in their backpack. But they're doing great. They really are. So we're appreciative of you supporting that initiative for us. Okay, as long as we're doing well, students will be able to have their phones. And you know, I'm not sure if parents know this, but do you know you can track your kid when they get on the bus from the time they get on the bus to the time they get off the bus? You know that? Yes. And that thing, we're thanking Mr. Jackson and Mr. Dager in the back in technology. They put that together for us. When kids get on the bus, they scan so you know where your children are, all the way until they get off of the bus. So you can track your kids. And that's a great thing. That's a safety issue. So we're appreciative of that as well. Make sure your kids have their scan card, their badges. We need to know where our children are at all times. I'm telling you, it was the most beautiful sight when we walked into the high school the first day and we saw all of the students with their badges and their lanyards. And they were all different colors. For 9th grade, 10th, 11th, so you could pinpoint who was where and who was who. So that is a good thing. So things, I'm telling you, our kids did so well with the changes at the beginning of the year. And I will say this, our kids did better than our parents, for the most part. Because our parents are like, what? But our kids, they just did what they needed to do, walked in, the dress code, everything was in place with them. It was just phenomenal to see how well they just moved straight into what they were doing. And of course, there were some challenges here or there that we addressed, as in everything. But our kids are absolutely terrific. And thank you, because we know a lot of that comes from our parents. All of it comes from our parents. You know, they've changed the STAR test, right? House Bill 8. You know, the STAR test has changed drastically, I'll say. Beginning in 2027, 2028, the STAR test will change from the 5 tests that we take to multiple tests. BOY, beginning of the year, MOY, middle of the year, EOY, end of the year. The end of the year will be counted for our accountability, but students will take 3 tests throughout the year in each of the content areas. Now, one good thing about all of this changes, the English, I think it's English 2, English 2 will not be counted for assessment. So that's one good thing that they've changed. But other than that, our kids will be testing all year. Now, another good thing about it, they're cutting out all of the practice tests. So we won't have, our kids won't be just tested out all year long, testing. They'll have the 3 tests in the content areas, BOY, MOY, and EOY. So any questions on that? On STAR? Still STAR. Now, let's see, 25, 26, and 26, 27 will take it, but then I'm sure at 27, 28, when it becomes official, that we're thinking that year will be a non-rated year because we'll have to get started and get accustomed to what the new test is actually doing and how it is written. Now, TEA is supporting the test, and of course, the test will come from the Texas Education Agency, and of course, from what we see now, the tests will be graded by the Texas Education Agency. So what does that mean? We're going to follow the curriculum of the Texas Education Agency. You will hear in elementary and middle school, we're moving to Blue Bonnet learning. You'll hear that word, Blue Bonnet, for English and math. I think it's English 3rd through 5, and math is going to be K through Algebra 1. And that's Blue Bonnet learning. Now that's, and TEA is supporting that, and they are encouraging Blue Bonnet. So that means teachers are going to have to learn an entirely new way of teaching English and math to our elementary kids. Totally different. So we're going to start that. Our curriculum department, along with our leadership department, filled out a LASSO grant. And LASSO is to help us a 3-year grant. Next year, for 26-27, will be our preparation year. 27-28 will be implementation, and then we'll have 1 more year. So there will be companies in here helping us to learn the new way of teaching. However, but let me say this. It's to our advantage, I'm going to say this, it's to our advantage if the Texas Education Agency is supporting a certain curriculum and they're devising the tests and they're going to be responsible for grading the test, that we would follow the curriculum that they are supporting. Does it make sense to you? Yes. If you're in a household and your mother or your wife or both is in charge of the money, and your mother or your wife is going to spend the money how they want, and your mother or your wife will give you what they wanted you to have, it would be beneficial to you to be very nice to your mother or your wife, okay, and do what they ask you to do. Because and that's just a little pond just to say, we are going to follow, and they have been very supportive, so we're going to continue on with what they are asking us to do. Any questions? Yes?
Yeah, I have a question. We commonly hear as parents and teachers that most students can recite rap music more than they can actually recite the information that they're presented on, or what's implemented to them. Have y'all made some type of way to implement music in their learning?
And yes, we have. Now, we have a fine arts director that's totally on top of, she feels and bleeds and breathes. If they do well in fine arts, they will do well in academics. So I'll ask her to talk a little bit about that. Ms. Marlene Cole.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Porter. Yes, we incorporate fine arts into everything that we do, especially music. I am a musician, and we have 5 strands of music courses here in Division. The thinking with that is that we continue to curate and cultivate organizations and activities that students want to participate in, such as music, then they will push harder to remain academically eligible in their classes, right? So we offer productive peer pressure, and that we encourage them to strive for more. We make sure that they get to participate in all the required competitions as well as additional ones that they want to. For example, they have to participate in the UIL track and the TNBA track, but when they get to go to the battle of the bands, they get to do their own thing. And we follow it through from inception to graduation. And thankfully, our students, these are the same students who are enrolled in math, science, social studies, and reading. They occupy the top 10% of every graduation class. And last year, they earned upwards of $787,000 in scholarships. It's not enough, but we're continuing to push, we're continuing to expose, and we're continuing to welcome them in. I would love to have a conversation with you offline to see what additional avenues we could possibly expose. Thank you for bringing that up. Fine arts, rock.
Okay, any other questions before we move on?
Dr. Porter, I have a question going back to the testing for the STAR test. I think I forgot the name of the test. It's going to take every 9 weeks.
CBA, curriculum-based assessments.
Okay, so are they still going to take those on top of those 3 tests?
Yes, they are. I would think. I don't know.
We're looking at what's going to be best. So we're going to work with the team.
Stand up, stand up. Hold on 1 second. Let me get a mic for her. And the question is, our students take CBAs every 9 weeks, curriculum-based assessments. So the parent's question is, will we still be administering CBAs once the new test is here?
So next year is our implementation year, and we're going to be trained on the process. So I can't tell you yes or no because I don't know what the process is going to be, what it's going to look like. So the way that we're thinking they're probably going to have to do away with it, or some kind of, maybe some assessment, unit assessments as they go along, but that is yet to be seen. So I don't want to commit to no, commit to yes, until we actually know how we're going to implement that. And next year, like Dr. Corey mentioned, is our planning year, and we're going to have training from TEA and the Region Service Center. So all that is going to be guided so that we can know exactly how to best meet the needs of our students.
So it's going to be hard to implement at the same time as the pre-test and then the new curriculum that is coming in 2017. I feel like there's a lot to be going on with that.
So we believe that the first year of the testing, like Dr. Porter said, it's going to be like a, kind of like, I'm not going to say a pilot, but it's going to see, since it's the first year of implementation, it's probably not going to count towards us. So it is going to be a lot for teachers, for students, but we're going to do what's best for students, and we're going to have guidance and support. We're going to be supporting our teachers. We're going to have a lot of training. So yes, I do hope that we're going to do what is always best for our students, so, and our teachers.
Oh, you should have to have it in your ear. I was trying to get it to you. Sorry. Okay, no problem. You wanna translate that because it wasn't on there? Okay. Okay. We got it. Okay.
Okay, just to let you know, we have another device, so whoever is going to explain something, we're going to provide the device, and the translation will appear.
Okay, great. Let's move. Parents, when you talk with your teachers about your students, when you talk with them, when you have parent-teacher conferences, and our teachers and assistant principals and curriculum specialists talk about RTI, response to intervention. What are they telling you? What is RTI to you? Now you hear about it all the time. I know you're hearing about it. I hear you. No one has ever said RTI to you. No one has ever mentioned RTI. Really? Really? Wait a minute. We're going to go through this again. Now someone, please tell me what a parent in here has heard about RTI. Wait, hold on. You cheer. I can't let you talk because you want us. So.
We may not use those words exactly, but we're still calling, letting you know what the kids need. We may not say it's an RTI.
So it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the number?
Okay. Go ahead.
So I don't know if it is that, but I do know it's basically like if your student is not doing well, there's like interventions that forward.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Response to, okay. And I'm going to try to explain it where you'll understand what it is without going into too much depth. We had a meeting yesterday. We really went into a lot of depth with it. But RTI stands for Response to Intervention. And what that is, and then the curriculum specialist can help me as well, everyone starts at 3 tiers. Teachers deliver the instruction to all students in the class, all students across the district. And they're delivering the instruction at a high level of deliverance. Then, as they said yesterday, possibly 80% of the students get it with that first delivery, okay? That first time they're delivering. But then you may have students that don't get it the first time, Then there's tier 2, where you get into small groups. And teachers teach or reteach what they taught in small groups. Then you have a third level that is intensive intervention for students who don't get it at all. Okay? So when a teacher tells you we are focusing on RTI, they mean that they're focusing on all of the students, the first tier. But then if there are students that need additional support, there's support for those students in small groups. There are different tools that we can get to help those students to understand what that particular lesson is, per se. And then if it goes into intensive, then that's when we start looking at other avenues. Now, RTI is not to place students in special education. That is not what it is. RTI for us is identifying students that need extra help for certain teaks or certain content areas. Okay, so curriculum supervisors. Pavion, Dr. Owens, what else? Okay, hold on, let me get to this little, where's that? And she can come up here.
All right, good morning. Okay, well, Dr. Porter, he did a fantastic job. Give him a hand because he recapped response to intervention very, very well. So as he stated, it is a multi-tiered system of support. It is a framework. And so as he stated, imagine a triangle. And at the bottom, you have where majority of our students should fall, right? They receive tier 1 instruction, grade level support, whole group. This is what the teacher is expected to do on a daily basis. Every child is expected to experience quality tier 1 instruction. Now, when you go to the second level, that means we have some students, maybe they didn't get it the first time. They need additional support. It doesn't mean they didn't need it the first time with that tier 1 level of instruction, because everyone should be exposed to that. And so maybe they didn't quite get it the first time. They need additional support. So that's what we call tier 2. And we're responding with interventions that they need to be successful. And then when you think about the top part of the triangle, that's where you have our students that need, as he stated, the most intensive supports. Now, we have students. Perhaps there's a student that is serviced through special education. Maybe they're a 504 student. Maybe they're one of our emergent bilinguals, and they receive accommodations. That does not take the place of interventions. Those accommodations are provided to level the playing field. Once we've leveled the playing field and then that teacher has delivered that tier 1 instruction, then we decide, okay, this person or this student needs some additional instruction. That's when we see our interventionists that pull small groups. That's when we see our students that maybe you've received a phone call because they need to attend tutorials before or after school, or whatever the recommendations may be. So there are support teams that are developed on the campuses that will be reaching out to you if your child is identified as a student needing additional support. So RTI is something that has been happening. It happens on a daily basis. Ask your child's teacher, does my child need interventions? How can I help them at home to make sure that they're as successful as their peers? And so when we think of response to intervention, it's going to be, if you have not heard it, understand this is the way that Port Arthur ISD is ensuring that we're meeting the needs of all students. Now, when they are at a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 level, again, we want all students at tier 1. Now, if a student is determined to be maybe at a tier 3 level at this point, we don't have tier 2 students. We don't have tier 3 students. We have students that are needing support at the tier 2 or the tier 3 level, because it is not designed for a child to remain at tier 3 forever. Our job is to ensure that we are moving tiers so our students can be successful whenever they receive that tier 1 instruction. Questions? Yes, ma'am.
I know about the tutorials. So how is everything else implemented? Like you said, small groups. How is that? How is that done?
So the question is, how are we implementing small groups? We understand that there are tutorials taking place before and after school, even during Tier 1 instruction. Our instructional strategies that our curriculum supervisors provide those opportunities for teachers to make sure that we're engaging students. Teachers are expected to do what we call academic monitoring. So they are walking around the classroom as they give independent practice to determine the students that might need. I'm walking around and I may have a clipboard. Okay, I've done our lesson. Okay, perhaps you're struggling, so I'm going to come back to you. I know that I may need to come back. Perhaps whenever I've done the full independent practice, I'm going to pull a few students to my kidney table and we're going to walk and do some more intervention. And I may have students that I know they're going to need that on a daily basis. And so we also have very few, but we do have some computer programs that are adaptive to the students' needs. So there you may hear iExcel, you may hear other programs that the students log into, and they maybe spend a certain number of minutes a week. And as they begin to progress, then their skills, of course, increase, but it's adaptive to their levels of capacity. And then we also have, again, as I stated, specialists that may pull students, interventionists that pull students during the day after they, again, have received what level of instruction? Tier 1. Everyone should receive Tier 1 instruction at grade level. Everyone should be exposed to that. There was a question in the back. Yes, ma'am. So ideally, we would want at least 80%. Realistically, we know we won't get 100% of our students functioning at Tier 1 instruction being completely successful. So as Dr. Porter mentioned, 80%. At Tier 2, between 5 and 10%. And then at Tier 3, we want 5 or less % of our students. Now, unfortunately, sometimes you might hear of what's called an inverted triangle. Okay, we have some struggling that we're facing right now. We have some challenges academically. That's why you're here. That's why we're here to let you know how you can partner with us. But yes, that triangle at times is inverted. And that's unfortunate, but that's exactly the status of where we are. We're working every day. But that's why we want to make sure that we expose you all to what the expectations are and how it is that you can best support your students.
Has there been given thought to, I know when, I'm not going to go that far back, when I was in school, you have those that excel in certain subject matters. Have y'all given thought to communicate with those students to perhaps sit with another student who's not in that tier quite yet? Because everybody has a different learning strategy.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so that would be something that I think would be beneficial. You're talking about communication and connection between the students. And
Yeah.
things like that.
So she's asking about, have we thought about how we're grouping our students, perhaps when we're in the classrooms and when teachers do collaborative grouping? Are they being strategic in how maybe they're grouping their students? Are we encouraging peer tutoring, peer mentors kind of throughout the campuses? We even use our early college students to go and mentor. We do have our high school students mentoring middle school. So we are working to make sure, but even in the classrooms, when teachers have identified students that are performing at the Tier 1 level and they can provide that support, we do encourage that. We definitely encourage student engagement amongst one another. We encourage one of our strategies, turn and talk. We go into every classroom, and that's something we're listening for because we might partner two students together. We want them to talk to one another, talk to their peers. Sometimes a peer may say something that clicks the light, and and then they're successful. But sometimes, just those relationships amongst students can reach each other quicker than what the instructor can do for the students. But yes, we do encourage teachers to allow students that are performing. Now, granted, we don't want to ignore enriching for our higher performing students to make sure that we are not always using them, because we don't want to stifle them. We want to continue to, encourage them and push them forward as well and accelerate their learning. So we also want to make sure we're focusing on that as well.
Yes, it's a critical thing, and it would help you that.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody has a different learning strategy.
Yes, ma'am. And someone mentioned earlier, we were talking about the music and how we can embed multidisciplinary activities and using music, using mnemonics. Yes, we're trying to push that as well to help our students, because sometimes, like you said, they'll know every word to a rap song. And then if they put they put the water cycle to a rap song, they will never forget it, you know? So we understand that, yes.
Maestra Celis, ¿me ayuda? Está bien con los que están aprendiendo, ¿verdad? Que no tienen ninguna dificultad. Pero ¿qué pasa con los niños que necesitan ayuda, que están atrasados? Y es cuando los papás hablan con los maestros y no se les ayuda a los papás.
¿Qué pasa cuando
Sí, que no reciban ayuda a los papás.
Okay, so she's saying that this is okay with the students that are performing in a grade level, but she's asking what happens when a student is struggling and the parents are asking for help, but the parents don't get the help they are requesting.
So that's never acceptable. Never acceptable that anyone would ask for support or help and they're not receiving that. So if that is a situation, of course, we advise you to talk with the campus leadership so that we can see, because we have supports. Okay. We want to make sure that we can provide the support, because we do have it on the campus. And so if you are not receiving that support and you continue to not receive it, please reach out so that we can make sure that we point you in the right direction for your child if your child is struggling.
And let me reiterate what Dr. Papillon said. There should never be a time where a parent reaches out for help for their children and we don't give it. That should never be the case. If a parent reaches out for assistance, we should never not give assistance. So I don't. Hopefully that has not happened more than once for you or any other parent in this district. It's happening. Well, if you reach out for assistance, and if you reach out for assistance and you do not get assistance from the teacher, and that should be the first line, then of course you have assistant principals that are in the, you have an assistant principal, you have the principal, you have curriculum supervisors. There are tiers of people that can help. Not that you should have to go that far, but if you have to, please don't stop just with the teacher not giving you the help.
But even with the new curriculum or the one that's existing right now, can they have a training for the parents? Especially if it's going to be changed, because some of the math, it is hard for me.
Correct.
So that's why, but I'm not here to be against the teachers. We're supposed to be working together
Correct.
for that child.
Correct.
Not battling each other.
Yes.
And in some instances, it's happening.
Okay. The question is, with the curriculum that we have now and with the new curriculum coming up, will there be training for parents where you will be able to help your children at home? Good question, and yes. As we start with Bluebonnet, yes, there will have to be training so you all will understand exactly what we're doing in the classroom. We will have to do that because we will need that support. But even now, we can create trainings or help parents to understand some of the curriculum areas that we need help with, definitely. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ms. Shakita Jones.
Ms. Jones.
I'm not originally from Texas. I was born and raised in Chicago.
Okay.
Me and my son have been here for about 2 years.
Okay, great. And welcome to Texas. She say,
So he's in sixth grade. He goes to Abraham.
Okay.
And I've been really having a hard time with the communication with the school.
Okay.
For example, last weekend, his science teacher called me. She emailed me, Ms. Jackson. She told me in the email that she's been trying to reach me frequently, but I haven't been getting back to her. Sometimes they do call my cell phone, but I work at the prison, so I don't have a cell phone during the day, never. So I tell them, like, call my office or call the prison, give an extension, but I did that. She told me she was going to call me. She never reached out to me. And then my son came home with a list of things saying that how he was spelling and stuff that he needs to do. And she never called. But I noticed that she was never intending to call me. She wanted to make sure she crossed her T's and dot her I's and everything like that so she could do what she needed to do. I never heard from her again. And then my son came home and said, oh, she's taking some time off because she's not feeling well. And I have a problem with that because we communicated. I apologize to you because you couldn't reach to me because of my job. And a lot of times they're calling me when I'm at work. You're calling me from your job when I'm at work. So a lot of times I can't get to the phone because I'm at work as well. And then I do miss a call from school. I always call back. And then I'm listening to the reception. She's like, I don't know who called you. And she'll put me on hold. And she's like, I don't know who called, but your son is fine, your child is fine. And so there's a lot of miscommunication with the school. Like, for example, he lost his ID, and he needed another one. I called up there, can you make sure you call him down, because he can't ride the bus without his ID.
Correct.
I called up there, he had his Cash App card, they told him, oh, he got it. He never received the ID. It's like these small little things, I'm having a hard time communicating with the
Correct.
school, because you tell me one thing, you tell my son another thing, and then we get to, and that never happened. For example, I think they had another parent engagement at the school. I think none of the parents came or something like that, and he said that there was an assembly for the sixth graders. And the principal told the sixth graders, like, none of the parents showed up. They're talking about shutting the school down because it's an F school, and it's like your parents don't care about academics. That was just inappropriate to me. Because I feel like that could have been a phone call to me. Like, you didn't have to tell my son anything like that. And also, because we're not from this state, he's having a hard time, like, in school, he went to Adams. He had a good time at Adams, but all his people that he was comfortable with went to TJ. They told me he can't go to TJ because of where we live. But Abraham is so far from me. So he, like this morning, he missed the bus. I'm already at work. So I can't go back and get my son because I'm at work and he missed the bus.
Okay.
From my house to Abraham is 15 minutes. TJ is 9 minutes.
Okay.
I'm just having a hard time understanding the way things work here because I grew up in a different state.
Correct.
And when he went to school in Chicago and Illinois, we had a different setup. I don't understand, like, how you guys are doing things when it comes to education because since I've been here, it hasn't been the most
welcoming. Okay. Well, let me say this. Not
communication is really the
correct.
Communication. I feel like it's the number one thing here.
Correct.
Because I
It
feel
is.
like the teachers know what they know, and then they don't tell the parents something, and they tell the kids something. We like, okay, what's going on? Like nobody's ever on the same page.
Okay.
Everybody has their own way of understanding things, and
Okay.
I'm trying to understand
Okay.
like why is the communication here so terrible?
Okay. Well, let me say this. And for those that, I'm gonna say, I think the question from the parent is she has a personal question about an experience that she's having at a particular school, and her concern is communication with teachers and the parent. And there was an incident, several incidents that happened with her that she's trying to understand. She's new to Texas. She's from Chicago. So she's trying to figure out the educational system in Texas. And personally, how do we communicate with parents? Okay, let me say this. What you've given to us today is a conversation that we need to have one-on-one.
Okay.
Because that's not a conversation that we can share with the entire body. Okay. But the communication with teachers, with staff is supposed to be clear. We ask for it to be clear, and we want it to be clear with you. Now, before you leave today, make sure I have your number, your name, and your student's name. And if you give me 24 hours, I will get back to you at a time that you ask me to get back to you, and we will talk, and then I will put you in touch with the principal, Trent Johnson, who is the principal. And then there are wonderful assistant principals there as well. We want you to be successful. We welcome you to Texas. I'll say this. The education in Texas is steep. It's tough. Now, yes, and Texas is different in education. I'm fixing to make a joke. We all complain about that, okay? But I'll say this, communication is universal. So there is a way we should be communicating with you, with all parents. And if you have a question, we should be answering that question, especially we want your son to be successful. We don't want him to fall back. We don't want him in tier 2 or tier 3, okay? As she just explained. So before you leave, do not leave this building until you look at me face to face, give me your number and your name, your student's name, and then we will talk. And I will get you the answers that you need. I promise I will. Okay. Parents, what did you see on October 31st, which was last Friday? You received something. You should have looked at something. Okay, we have one parent. Progress reports. Now, raise your hand if you viewed your child's progress report. Okay. Now listen. All parents' hands should have been raised because the progress reports are sent out. Yes, you need to check the progress report. You get an alert if they're not doing well, but don't you want to see those wonderful grades that your child received?
I expect that.
You expect it, but you need to lay eyes on it. Lay eyes on it and tell her, I saw your grades. They're wonderful. Here's a $10 bill. Well, maybe not. But progress reports go out every 3 weeks. If you have a question about your child's progress, you need to pick up the phone, pick up your cell phone, your laptop, and investigate that now, right then. Don't wait until the final report card comes out, because most of the time it's too late. 9-week period, the first 3 weeks, you will receive a progress report. The sixth week, you will receive a progress report. Then you will receive the final report card. So if there's a question, if you have a concern, and then you can get into all of the parent portal, and you can see what your children are doing. You can see the assignments that teachers have given. You can see if your child has a 0 or for a missing assignment. All of those things you can see daily, not just at the end of the 3rd week or the end of the 6th week or the end of the 9th week. You can look at it daily on your phone. I know everyone in here has a cell phone. You can look at it on your cell phone. You can look at it on the laptop. You can ask your child to look it up for you. There's no way you should not know where your child stands in the Port Arthur Independent School District. And if there is a problem and you can't get in touch with the teacher, there's a counselor. There's an instructional coach on every campus. There are assistant principals. There's the principal. There are curriculum supervisors. There are directors. There's assistant superintendents. There's me. There's no reason why you should not get the help that you need or the answer that you're looking for. You shouldn't have to go that far up. It should end at the school. But if need be, you need to do what you need to do for your child. So, last for me, let's see, is it Senate? I think it's Senate Bill 12. How many of you understand what, I've heard of Senate Bill 12. I think it's Senate Bill, or is it House Bill? It's Senate Bill 12. What's Senate Bill 12? Okay, Senate Bill 12, now you've seen it. If you've gotten on our website, you've seen this message asking parents to fill out this document, allowing our nurse and counselors to talk to your children. Now that's not a PAISD law. That is a state law. State asks that you fill out permission for the nurse and the counselor to talk and treat your child in case of an emergency. Now, how many of you have filled out the form? Okay.
I'm a grandmother, but their parents have.
The parents have. Great. Well, you're in charge of it because you're in charge of all of them. The parents and the grandchildren. Okay, that's right. So if you have not filled it out, please fill out the form, because then if you don't fill out the form, then they cannot participate in extracurricular activities. Okay, so please fill out the form. It's on the website. We ask and ask and ask. There was also a survey, so let me thank you, 1,000 parents, so 1,000 responses. There was a safety survey that we asked parents to fill out, and I think 1,000 responses. And it asked, do you feel your child is safe in the Port Arthur Independent School District? Now, I'm gonna say this. I don't know how any parent, I know you can't maybe feel 100% safe, but you can't walk into schools. The doors are locked. The exterior doors are locked. The interior doors are locked. Parents can't just walk in. You got to go through the vestibule. They ask you every question under the sun. They won't let your kid come to you unless we know who you are, your blood type, everything. So I don't know how you wouldn't feel safe, but if you don't, please let us know why, and we'll try to do something. And the question is, I'm sure I haven't had that question posed this morning, but when are we going to be able to get back into the schools? Not. You already knew the answer. That's why. Right. And let me explain. Not that we don't want parents in the schools. And please do not blame the board of trustees. Do not blame the principals. Do not blame curriculum specialists. Don't blame anyone. Blame me for that. I'm not comfortable with total access to the schools. And why is that? Because every time I get to that point where I think we may be able to open up, there's a school shooting, a staff member or a child is hurt or killed, and I'm just not to that point. We are gradually trying to get to a point where we invite parents in for certain events. But to just, in the past years ago, where you were able to just walk in and go to the teacher's room and talk and have breakfast and lunch and stay all day, that's over. That's over, and that will never come back. Because there are some very emotionally disturbed people in the world that plot to do things, and you just never know. So we're going to do everything we can to prevent and to ensure that our students and our staff are safe. Because the goal is the same way you sent your student to our schools, in the same way the loved ones, the spouses and children of our employees send their employees to us, we want them to go home in the afternoon the same way. So yes, it's a bit taxing, and yes, there are some parents that want to come in, and we don't mind that, but we're going to invite you in on certain dates, and we're getting that together as we move forward. Yes?
Are you open to having like parent groups? I know some other campuses in different areas have parent groups, like Beaumont United has their dad's program where you
Yes.
have a vetted parent group.
And we do. We do have dads groups, and they've gone through the protocols of background checks and everything else before we even allow that. So yes, I'm not opposed to that, but it's going to take some doing as we go through the steps. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
How come the children don't go outside or go on field trips?
Okay, our children go outside and they go on field trips.
My son hasn't been anywhere since we've been here.
But maybe your son hasn't gone anywhere. But our kids, we have the as your kids call it now, we have receipts that show you exactly where they've been. So,
My son hasn't been anywhere.
okay, well,
He's been here since 4th grade. I'm just trying to understand.
okay, but they do. I mean, we have field trips. I'm not sure about your son, but yes. But now let me say this: we're not back to where we were pre-COVID, where we were going. Yeah, where we were going everywhere, and we kind of got out of that habit. Yes. And we have a lot to do here instructionally, so we're not traveling as much as we did in the past.
See, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
yeah, but we did. They were going to Houston. They were going here, there, elsewhere.
Okay.
All kind of museums. They were. But we did revert from that before COVID. And a lot of what we used to do after COVID, we never went back to. Yeah. But yes.
But I think sometimes
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
my son's
Yeah.
classmate.
Here. And then you repeat in Spanish what you tell me.
My son last year didn't go on a field trip, but it's like the way they plan it, it was hard because they didn't have enough bus drivers at that time, so they couldn't do a field trip. So sometimes, you know, all these classes are trying to go to field trips, and it's about the same time. But I think this year they're doing a better job because I know some of the classes are going to NASA at Terrell. And I think that's the reason why maybe some of the kids don't get to go on field trips because sometimes, you know, the teachers, you know, they all plan at the end of the year, and it's like there's not enough buses for all the students. And that's one problem I've seen as a parent, you know, with bus transportation being an issue. No sé si me entiendan los papás en español, no sé si te tradució, pero yo le estaba diciendo a la señora que a veces no van a viajes porque no hay transportación. O sea, no hay suficientes camiones para llevar a los niños y todos los maestros quieren ir al mismo tiempo, al fin de año.
Okay, thank you. Let me say this. I will invite you. No, we're not going anywhere. But I'm going to invite you to go through HR, and we will help you to pass the transportation, the driver's test. And no, listen. And we will ask you to only drive for Lincoln. We won't even ask you to drive for the large population. We will help you to get your CDL, and you will be able to drive for us. And we will assign you to Lincoln, a bus, and anytime they want to go somewhere, we'll get some more people with. And I'm telling you, but let me tell you, I'm not just doing that jokingly. We've gone to every school doing parent-teacher meetings and asked parents to help us, because we were short a bus driver, we still are. And we've asked them, we will help you, we will train you, we will pay for the tests, and if you want to just drive for your child's school, we would allow that. Zero, but I invite you, and if you know anyone else that wants to be a driver, we will help you to pass the test. We will pay for everything. And if you say, I just want to drive for my kids as an auxiliary and just work for field trips, we'll say, hey, we'll take you. So think about it. And I'm serious about that. Okay. Okay. Please. Okay. That's two. I'm telling you, we will. We help, we train, and we pay for the test. I don't know how much else you can do. And look, and we'll say, you drive for Lincoln. That's 2 buses for Lincoln. Okay, 2 buses for Lincoln. So you all can go anywhere you want to go. All right. Okay, any questions before I close?
Dr. Porter, I know we're not going back to parents going in, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
But the pickup in the evening at Adams.
At Adams?
At Adams is, I have to get there at
1:30.
1:30.
You bring a lunch?
If not, it's a
But let me say this, though. I understand you have to get there at 1:30. But at the beginning of the year, the first couple of days, it was really, really backed up because it was new. I mean, the year. But now, I'll see. Yeah. But listen. But look, when I see the cars lined up, when I go back there, they're gone just that quick. It's a fast pace.
But you have to wait an hour and a half. You have to bring a fan or run your car, pass out.
It's 70 degrees outside. Okay.
But will we ever be able to park and walk up to a certain extent and get our kids?
No. Okay. Next. No. I'm gonna get you a 12 thing of water, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna come by there and say, y'all need water? Because we can't walk up there. No. But we'll try to do better. We'll work on it, and if we come up with something different, we will do that. We're not blocked with this is the only thing we can do, and this is what we're gonna do. We will we will look at it, investigate it, and see if there's another way we can do something to get you all out there quicker.
Play some common music while they wait.
Say it.
Just play some common music while they wait.
Well, that's technology. They have to come out there with a big, a huge speaker and to please them. Yeah. So we'll think of something. Or we'll look at it. We'll look at it. Any other questions from our parents? I know you have, yes.
At Memorial High School, when will that project be finished, and when will
Oh.
our entrance for the kids approved?
Oh, it will be fit. No, well, we have a completion date at the end of December, but it may be a little earlier. But listen, don't you think that is a beautiful idea and it was a beautiful construction? So when parents drop their kids, they won't get wet because it's a long walk from the drive to the front door, but they will walk underneath and not get wet. I mean, it really is. And in the back, we did the same thing in the back for our special needs kids. So when they get off the bus, they will not have to walk or somebody have to push them in a wheelchair. So it's about the kids. It really is about the kids. So, yeah, but it's going to be complete at the end of December, and Dr. Murphy will send out a communication as to how they're going to redo the drop-off and pickup, I'm sure. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Well, from my understanding, that's not going to take place. She likes it the way it is. They're not going to want it.
Listen, well, listen, okay. Well, let me say this. I will break it down to you. Dr. Murphy is the principal. And let me say this. I'm not going to speak for Dr. Murphy, but I don't think she wants those kids coming through the auditorium. There is a better way. So, I don't know. Listen, Dr. Murphy has never told me she didn't want anyone to enter the front. So I don't know. But let me tell you, they say a lot of things Dr. Murphy say that Dr. Murphy don't say. But listen, let me say this. No, but I'll give you 25 cents if she doesn't let you all come through the front. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, I'll give you 25 cents. But let me say this. No, let's just wait and see what she says when it happens. It's going to happen at the end of December. So let's just see. That's when it's scheduled for completion. So Dr. Murphy will send out a communication of how we're going to proceed. And so let's hope that everything works out. I'm sure it's going to work out in the best interest of students, though. It's beautiful. Yeah, it is beautiful. And we want them to walk underneath. We want parents to walk underneath it. So it is, and it was built for them to walk in the front. So let's see how that all works out. Okay, great. Oh, yes, yes, sir.
You were talking about bus drivers.
Yes.
What if a person has a felony on their record? Can they be a bus driver? Even if that felony, I'm just going to say 10 years ago.
We will take each individual and we will look at it. Sometimes the felony does not warrant 10 years. One thing about PAISD, we are a forgiving district. And we do not hold anyone at bay for what they've done, a mistake that they've done in the past. But now let me say this. If it's a child molester or something like that, and I don't care. Listen, I'm going to say that. I don't care if it's 50 years ago. If you were a child molester 50 years ago, you're not coming in here. You're not ever coming in here. So I don't care. You can tell me you're a priest, a pastor, you done prayed to the Lord. I'm glad for you, but you're not coming in here. Okay? Good.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Portery. Hopefully you got, yes, a big round of applause for Dr. Portery. And I guess you answered the majority of the questions because this side had no questions at all. I asked and they didn't have any, so good job. Oh, okay, I can hold on to the pieces. Okay. Yeah. So we will take a pause if you do not, once again, we do not want you to leave if you did not have your question answered. But we will take a little pause. Do not leave. There's a lot of food in the back. A lot of food. Even our principal is back there ready to serve. Dr. Murphy, that's a huge, huge blessing. And but I do want to mention to the parents, this paper, we will have another meeting on Monday. It's very important that you show back up the curriculum supervisors, technology, Mr. Dagree. We have our Director of Special Education, Telpass with the multilingual department. Please come back on Monday, 11 o'clock a.m. Also, at 5 o'clock p.m. on Monday. So that's why you have this paper, save the date. And one last thing, another little plug. We do need parents to sign up. Dr. Portery and I, along with TEA, we've been doing collaborative conversations, community conversations. We need more parents to sign up for those meetings. We will have another meeting in December, and some of them are here with us. Miss Bailey, she's one of the parents that's been showing up. Miss Cardenas, who's on our Texas Council. So we do need more parents to sign up. I have a sign-up sheet in the back for you to be a part of that. So you'll have more time to talk to Dr. Portery.
At this time, I'm going to ask Ms. Calcott and Dr. Portery to come, please, to the front. Do you agree that Dr. Portery did an amazing job presenting? Yes, they're not listening. Okay. I want to present Dr. Portery a certificate of appreciation, and I would like to have a picture with you and Ms. Calcott. So let's be on. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Portery. Okay, the second part of the meeting, I'm gonna start. I know some of you are getting your food, and but I don't want to hold you too long, so we're gonna continue. So I would like to know how many of you have joined PTA. ¿Cuántos de ustedes ya se unieron al PTA? Please raise your hand if you joined PTA. Yes? Okay, I see just a few hands. Solo veo algunas manos. So yes, there is a PTA at every school. Hay un PTA en cada escuela. You know that the PTA stands for Parent Teacher Association, right? Yes. But, you know, most of the PTAs, talking about the board members, they are mostly employees. And we need you, parents, to participate on that. Casi la mayoría de los PTAs son empleados y necesitamos a los padres. We want your input. We want you working with us and the PTA. So if you haven't, you can you can go to your school, ask in the front office how you can join PTA. There are some that you can join by going online. You can put in Google join PTA and you will get a link. You have to separate, you have to select the district, you have to select the school, and you can pay online your dues to become a member of PTA. Usted puede unirse en línea también al PTA si no lo ha hecho todavía. Es importante que todos lo hagan. And well, as PTA, I want to remind you our mission and vision, right? Our mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. Sí, nuestra misión es que hacer realidad el potencial de cada niño, empoderando a las familias, involucrándolas y siendo abogados de los niños. ¿Sí? Advocating for the children. Our vision is that every child's potential is a reality. Nuestra visión es que el potencial de cada niño es una realidad. Yes, every child's potential is a reality. So we can do that, make it a reality, working together. Si trabajamos juntos, podemos hacer que suceda. ¿Sí? Ok, el PTA siempre ofrece claridad. So the PTA likes to do things in a clear way, in a well way. So one of the things that we do is that we offer a report of what we have and what we receive. So our treasurer was here earlier, but she's not here anymore. This is what she gave me. This is the balance, the treasurer's report. We had a balance in September of $2,088. 4 schools gave their dues. So, and then we had a payment of 188. So you can see the ending balance at the end of October will be $2,300. And this is what we use to do the events, to sponsor our activities. I would like to know if any of our offices, our committee chairpersons have a report for membership. We have some vacancies, so I was telling you, we need your input. We need you. Los necesitamos. Hay algunas vacantes que tenemos aquí. So we have the committee, which is the president, vice president, second vice president. We have the secretary, the treasurer, the parliamentarian. But there are some positions with the committee chairpersons that we need to fill out. As you can see on the screen, we have legislative or advocacy vacant, the parent and family engagement portion, and we have the diversity. Okay, so these positions usually the president appoints a person to take that position. And I want to invite Ms. Calcott. I know we asked you back in May if you would like to join us. So I want to ask you again, would you be our parent and family engagement representative at PTA? Would you like to be? Okay, so we're gonna put Ms. Calcott down for parent engagement. And you know, we do collaborate, like today we are collaborating with her. So it just makes sense that she's working with us. So, les decía, Ms. Calcott va a ser parte del PTA y ella va a llevar la parte de las familias. Okay, another person that I want to appoint, and that's for the diversity and inclusion. We have a vacancy right there, and I would like to invite Mr. Roberto Diaz. Mr. Roberto Diaz, would you like to, do you accept to take that position with PTA? I do. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Please, let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. He and Ms. Calcott. But we still have one position vacant, which is the legislative advocacy vacant. If you would like to do it, you can talk to me. Or if you know someone that could fit on that position, just let me know and we can contact that person. But as I was saying, at every single, yes. Would you like to take the position? Oh my goodness. Doctor, thank you. Dr. Stelly. Yes, can you write down her name? We need your name and your contact information. And Ms. Calcott is gonna get with you. Thank you very much. Okay, for environmental, we have Commissioner Randy Martin, Healthy Lifestyles, Tamika Ballard Brown, Hospitality, Miss Narcisse, she's right here. Hello, Miss Narcisse. Okay, but yes, please, if you get to your school and you want to join PTA, the only thing you have to do is to give about $8 to $10 so you can become a member in that school. Right? Okay, the next thing I would like to do, I want to acknowledge our school who is sponsoring and hosting this launch. And I know she is really busy, but I'm gonna call on Dr. Angel Murphy. Dr. Angel Murphy, would you like to come and say a few words?
Email you. I gotta email you.
Okay.
First, First, I want to give you a certificate of appreciation for your generosity. Thank you very much. If anybody can take a picture. Okay. Would you like to give a message about what's going on at Memorial High School? Anything you want to make?
I just want to thank everyone for coming out, and I just want to specifically thank the parents of any students that attend Memorial High School 9 through 12 for your support and believing in us. We know that change sometimes is very difficult, but I do appreciate your patience. I appreciate your support. I want to thank PAC and also CTE for helping assist with the desserts and the drinks today. And thank you all for coming out and being a part of the community.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm not sure if Dr. Stelly, I saw her a few minutes ago. Okay. She just stepped out? Okay. We're going to check that. Okay. Look at this information that I have on the screen. Last month, we were talking with all PTAs. We were here, and the principals and all PTA committee members were here, and we were talking about how to have their PTA in good standing. So at that point, we didn't have all the schools active, but now you can see most of them are active. We have Abraham Lincoln active, Booker T. Washington, we have Sam Houston in good standing. We have Lucian Adams active. We have Travis Elementary active, Terrell Elementary active, and Woodrow Wilson Early College High School. So please give them a round of applause. They are doing a great job. And I know that for those that appear as inactive, the requirement that they need to do, they already sent the information. It's just that Texas PTA hasn't received the information yet. As you can tell, this information was updated on Monday, November the 3rd at 1:12. So that's how serious they take it. They close a certain time, and whatever comes after that will appear in the next update. But right now, our schools are looking good. Oh, the membership columns. Okay. So we have, these are the school year. So this is 25, 26, 24, 25. And this is the number of members that we had at that time. So for that year, last year, Abraham Lincoln had 36 members only. This year, so far, we have 46. So we have exceeded the number that we had last year. And that's the goal, that all PTAs will have more members each year. This other column, that's what it tells. They need 43 more members in order to reach that, to reach and pass by one. Yes. So, yeah, the numbers are looking good. And the good thing is that PTA, you can recruit members all year long, right? Todo el año podemos unirnos al PTA. So all year long, you can recruit members. You can call your family members. And even the students, can be part of PTA. So one of the things that I'm working on, or we're working on with the board, is that we want to create our own scholarship. We want to offer a scholarship for our students. And in order for them to participate is that they have to be, one is that one parent should be part of PTA. But if the student also becomes a member of PTA, they have more opportunities. They will have an extra opportunity if both of them join. But we're still in the work. It's the first time we're going to offer a scholarship, but it's going to be for our students only, PAISD students. Okay, so I have a couple of announcements. We are in the month of November, and I'm not sure if we have any veterans here. Do we have any veterans here? No? No veterans? Can you please stand? Yes, let's give him a round of applause. Yes, I want you to remember to honor our veterans this November 11, 2025. And today we have a prayer. If you have your agenda, look at the back of the agenda. I'm not sure if I have it here on the screen so I can show it. No. Okay, who has the agenda? Can you help us read the prayer? Would you? Yes? Okay, so we're going to pray for our veterans.
O God, great and almighty Creator, we thank and praise you for the freedom we enjoy in our country and pray that our liberties will continue to be protected. Thank you for America's heroes that have fought for our freedoms and who have faithfully served our country. We honor all of our veterans for their sacrifices and their courage and integrity. As we celebrate these freedoms, we ask your blessing on those veterans who made the ultimate sacrifice while defending our country. Bless their families and comfort them with the thankful prayers of a grateful nation. We thank you for our veterans, past and present. Through the efforts of these individuals, help us continue to promote justice in all nations. Amen.
Thank you. Okay, another announcement is our next general meeting is going to be on Wednesday, December the 3rd, 11 a.m. More information to be defined, to be announced. But we're going to work collaborative again with Ms. Calcott, Title I. So I guess we're going to be here, but that day. But we also have other opportunities. Tomorrow, mañana. So tomorrow, we're having a meeting at Lamar State College Port Arthur with seniors and parents. This meeting will be conducted in Spanish, but it is for our seniors. But I guess the information can be shared bilingual. So if you want to attend, everybody is invited. At Lamar State College, 6 p.m., we're going to be at the Madison Monroe Education Building and the orientation room 214F. And this is on Proctor Street. Para nuestras familias hispanas, mañana a las 6 de la tarde, si tiene hijos que están en el 12, 11, 12, la reunión es en Lamar State College. Ahí está la información, es en el edificio educativo. Okay? Then, another meeting that we are going to have, Ms. Calcott already talked about that one, the STAR test. Yes. M&M is multilingual and migrant department. Yes, we are the ones organizing this event. Yes, multilingual and migrant department. So, November 10th, on Monday, we're going to be here with the supervisors talking about the STAR test. El lunes a las 11 vamos a estar aquí para hablar sobre los exámenes de STAR con los supervisores. Then, TEA, Title III TEA, they have these watch parties. We're going to have one on November the 12th. That's going to be at the Port Arthur Public Library, and that is at 12:30. And what they do, that's a virtual meeting, but they have this feature where you can change the language. They have people who is translating live, and they have several languages to translate to. So the main meeting is in English, and then you can select the translation. Para esta reunión el miércoles 12 en la biblioteca a las 12:30 de la mañana. Sí, esto es con TA. Si les pido, por favor, un poquito de silencio, gracias. Okay, so tenemos estas reuniones que los invitamos. So we have all these opportunities. We want you there. And I know the schools are closed, but we do offer alternatives for you to participate. So still, you can join us. We're trying to offer things also after school hours. También tratamos de ofrecer cosas después de los horarios, or when we are at the public library. Well, you can join, you can be there, right? There's no problem at all for you to show up. Okay, Ms. Calco, do you have any more?
I am going to do 3 drawings. I had parents sign up on this sheet because just about all of the other ones left. So the parents, don't leave yet, ladies. Don't leave. Don't leave just yet. All parents, Mr. Guillory already added you to, everyone's on this list, I believe, that's a parent that's still here in the room. So let me make sure. Dr. Martin. Add you on too. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just call a number out. Dr. Murphy, I'm gonna need you to shout out a number for me. Dr. Murphy? 7? Okay, and we'll look at the list and read number 7. Mr. Sellers, read number 7. And you'll receive a gift card.
Sofia Diaz Rivera.
Okay, the first one. All right, someone else. Let's see, someone different. Miss Lott, shout out a number. 16. Okay? Here you go. And the gift cards are $20 gift cards to HEB. Number 7. Wait, 16.
16. Angelica Saucedo. Angelica Saucedo.
You said number 16?
Yeah. She's not here.
She's gone. Okay. Do you want to do a different number, Miss Lott? The range? I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that. Okay, 1 through 26. 1, okay. Who's number 1? I think she just left. She just left. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, Penny. She left. 4.
Gabriela Navarro.
Okay. And then someone different from the district. Let's see, who do I want to... Okay. Miss Yvette. Number 3.
Number 3, Silvia Rangel.
Oh, yeah. She was right next to her. That is so funny. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm done.
Okay. With that, we finish. We finish in a good note with your prizes. So thank you very much to all of you, and we hope to see you in all these events that we're going to have for you. Esperamos verlos en todos los eventos que vamos a tener.